as ever with Peter Mandelson, it's a wonderful soundbite, but it's absolutely meaningless in substance. What we're saying is that the family component of the tax credit system shouldn't be provided to the top 20% of recipients of tax credits, so we can focus tax credits on the people who need it. And what I say to Peter Mandelson, what I say to Gordon Brown is, in the tax credit system, stop giving people money which you then take back a few months later. I've had single mothers in tears in my office in Sheffield because Gordon Brown and Peter Mandelson have given them money 1 minute, which they thought was there to help them, and then demanded it back. So instead of lecturing other politicians and other political parties, what Peter Mandelson and Gordon Brown should be doing is stop dragging vulnerable families and parents through the courts to claw back money which they should never have given them in the first place. We will not ring-fence bureaucracy within the NHS. We will not ring-fence expensive computer systems which don't work in the NHS. We won't ring-fence the fact that under Labour 5,000 new managers have been employed in the NHS in the last year, yet there's been a barely discernible rise in the number of nurses. We think it is wrong that, for instance, the maternity ward where my third son was born in an NHS hospital just over a year ago is now being threatened with closure, and yet you've got a whole layer of bureaucracy, strategic health authorities, which don't serve any obvious purpose. So what we're saying is, if we want to protect the NHS, which we all love and all rely on, then we are going to have to take difficult decisions, fewer administrators, fewer managers, fewer expensive computer systems, and fewer layers of bureaucracy which aren't necessary, so that penny for penny, pound for pound, the savings can be used to cherish and protect the NHS. We have to take these difficult choices. It's very easy to say you love the NHS. We all do. The difficult thing to say is how you're going to protect the NHS when money is tight. And we are trying to be open with people about some of the difficult decisions that we would take to protect your NHS. We think there are too many managers. We think there are too many administrators. There are now more managers and administrators than hospital beds in the NHS. And we want to turn those priorities round so we protect the NHS that we need, but we don't spend money on things that we don't need.
Thanks very much.